Hi guys, this is Ivy from Womply, here to show you how to fill out the Paycheck Protection Program form powered by SmartBiz to hopefully make things a little bit easier. Let's go ahead and get started. So first, it's going to give you some basic information about how does it work, what do I need to know, etc. In our particular case, we're going to go ahead and click Start Your Application. So over here on the side, you're going to fill out the appropriate information. So your first name, last name, business name. This is not your DBA if you do business under a different name. Your email. Next, it's going to have you enter a phone number, again, so that we have the best way to be able to reach you directly in case they have any questions, comments, or concerns about your loan. The type of business that you are. In my case, it's a corporation from clicking on the down arrow. And the requested amount for the particular loan in question. If you're not sure what the requested loan amount is, you go ahead and you scroll up just a little bit. If you hold your mouse on top of here, it says the loan amounts are generally based on your average monthly payroll multiplied by 2.5. For accommodation and or food service industry, the loan amounts are multiplied by 3.5. So I went ahead, I entered in the correct information, and then we click this box. What the box says is that you've reviewed, understand, and agreed to SmartBiz terms of service, privacy policy, and content to electronic communications and electronic signatures. That the person agreeing here possesses the authority to bind the business to these agreements. After that, go ahead and click Continue to Pre-Qualify. And it's going to take you to a page that looks like this, where it's going to say, "Hi," and then your name. Here's what we're going to do next. We know you're busy, so it's going to take less than 5 minutes. So 1, understand your financing needs. 2, get to know your business. And 3, help you apply for your loan. Let's go ahead and click Let's Get Started. So first, it's going to ask us a whole bunch of questions. Did your business get a Paycheck Protection Program loan last year? Click yes or no. If you click yes, it's going to ask you for the amount of the previous loan. If not, you're going to say no, this is my first PPP loan, and we're going to click Save and Continue. Next, when did the business get started? Less than 2 years ago, 2 to 5 years ago, 6 to 10 years ago, or more than 10 years ago? Click the answer that's most applicable to you. Scroll down and click Save and Continue. What is your business industry? If you don't say the option that's perfect for your company, please select the closest option. You're going to provide the exact industry farther along. So you're going to see Select an option. We're going to go ahead and we're going to find the one that's going to be the best for us. Scrolling down just a little bit. So you can see there's a whole bunch of options. We're going to click Professional Services and click Save and Continue. Where is your business located? You're going to go ahead and enter in your business address. It'll actually bring up your address right here in the drop-down. Make sure that you click it in the drop-down to make sure it's appropriate. Enter in a suite or apartment if necessary and click Save and Continue. Next, it's going to ask you for the range of employees that you have. How many employees do you have? No employees, less than 100 employees, 100 to 500 employees, or more than 500. In my case, we're going to go ahead and click 100 to 500 employees. Scroll down and click Save and Continue. Then it's going to say, great, let's save your progress. Please create a password. This is important. Please create something that you're going to be able to remember for all time to make sure that you can get back into your application if necessary. And then go ahead and click Save and Continue. After that, it's going to say, thanks, we're helping small businesses like yours get access to the Paycheck Protection Program loan. Next, we're going to ask a couple questions about the business owners themselves. So we're going to click Save and Continue. And just like the previous one, we're going to ask more questions. So, who owns more than 20% of OTO Analytics? If it's just one person, go ahead and click Person. If it's a business, click Business. I'm going to go ahead and click Person. What if my business is a nonprofit? After this point in time, you're going to enter in the information to the best of your ability. So their name, first name, last name, percent of ownership for this particular business, your home address. Again, it'll bring it up in the drop down. Make sure that you select it from the drop down, your date of birth, and then your social security number. Again, any and everything that we show you guys directly inside this application is to make it as easy as possible and give you a very clear way that you can see exactly what this application is going to look like. Let me go ahead and just move this up a little bit while I entered that in. Social security number to the best of your ability, and then click Save Owner Information. If you do need to enter in another owner, if you need to delete this owner, go ahead and click Delete Owner or Add Owner. After that, click I certify that all information entered this far into the application is accurate and that this particular person is the owner of OTO Analytics. They are authorized to act on behalf of this particular individual and that you grant permission for SmartBiz, Smart Lenders, etc. That the lenders who partner with SmartBiz have the ability to procure and review your credit report, but this does not impact the applicant's credit score and it does not show up as an inquiry. Go ahead and click Certify and see what you pre-qualify for. It only takes a minute. Again, please make sure that you do not refresh the page in any way, shape, form, or capacity. What it'll say is, it'll say, thank you, you pre-qualify for a loan under the Paycheck Protection Program. Next, we're going to ask you financial information that we need to process your application. Go ahead and click Continue. So it's going to ask you for just a little bit more. We're almost there. So we're going to start off with our financial documents. So we're going to go ahead and press Continue. It's going to ask you for a payroll analysis. In the next screen, you're going to see one of the listed documents that we use to calculate your average monthly payroll amount. Next, we'll help you find the information with the selected documentation so that you can enter in the correct payroll amount. We'll calculate your loan for you. Once you've entered in the information, just upload your document into our secure system. This approximately takes 10 to 15 minutes, but we're going to try to go through it together to make it easy. We're going to go ahead and press Begin. So, starting again, what is your business entity type? Click the one that's going to be the best for you in your particular business. In my case, that's an S-Corp. Based on what we told you, what you told us, we understand that your business has between 100 and 500 employees. How many employees do you have? Enter that in directly in the box. What industry is your business in? This is the equivalent to your 6-digit NAICS code. If you don't know what your NAICS code is, that's totally okay. You can search for it online. If you do have your NAICS code, go ahead and enter it into the best of your ability. Into the box, it's going to bring up a whole bunch of options. You'll just make sure that it actually shows up in the drop-down and you can enter it in. Next, what month and year did you get your business started? It does not need the exact date. And then go ahead and press Continue. After that, it's going to choose a document type. You can enter in your CARES Act report, or you can enter in your tax documentation. In our case, we're going to click Tax Documentation. Go ahead, make sure that you select Tax Documentation. If you have your own custom report, click Custom Report, and then press Continue. After that, it's going to ask you to choose your tax document. If it's a 1120S, if that's a 1065, a 1120, a 1040, etc. Making sure that you have all this information, we're going to go ahead and click the 1120S because that's the most applicable for our type of business, and we're going to press Continue. After this, we're going to calculate the loan amount to the best of our ability. So it's going to ask you to enter in the numbers directly from your IRS Form 914. So enter the amount for your most recent quarter. Enter the amount for your second most recent quarter. Enter the amount for your third most recent quarter. Directly from the fields as shown. Your analyzed. Next, we're going to say for your fourth most recent quarter. Next, your annualized gross wages. This actually adds up all of the boxes as shown in the forms above. Do you have any employees who make more than $100,000 a year? Yes or no. And then it's going to show you your annualized cap gross wages as shown. After that, it's going to double check. It's going to give you a little bit more. Okay, so looking at this, you're going to enter in the line from 17. This is pension, profit sharing, etc. Go ahead and enter that directly into the form as shown. After that, it's going to ask you to find your employee benefit programs. This is typically used for things like retirement and or insurance. You do have to claim this on your taxes. Go ahead and enter those directly into the form as well. Once you've verified that all that information is out, you can see the annual payroll costs are this, your average monthly payroll is this, and your PPP amount total multiplied by 2.5 is this. Required, please share any explanation about the information above that you think would be helpful for us to be able to review your application. In my case, I am going to go ahead and hit NA, but you can enter in any and all information that you need and press continue. After that, it says your loan amount will be updated if the amounts are different, and then go ahead and press confirm. After that, it's going to ask you to upload your documents. So, it's going to ask you to upload 4 quarters of IRS Form 941. So we're going to go onto our computer. We're going to upload all of those one by one. Takes a couple of seconds for it to upload the document. Give it some time. Make sure that it actually shows down here in the bottom. So again, drag, click on the correct one, press open. Give it a couple of seconds for it to be able to show up. It's uploading directly into their secure system. Again, over to the button, click on the correct file. Go ahead and click on that directly in the system as shown. Give it a couple of seconds for it to upload as we've done in the past. Last one. Let's go ahead and click on that. Make sure that it takes a couple of seconds for it to be able to fill out directly inside the system. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4. All of your documentation is below. Next, it's going to ask for your 2019 IRS Form 1120S. Go ahead, again, find the correct one in your system. Press open. Give this a couple of seconds, just like I've shown you guys a couple of times now, to be able to get it uploaded into the system. And once you verified that everything's correct, go ahead and press continue. After that, it's going to say, thank you for providing your financial documentation. You can complete your business information, you can upload supporting documentation, or you can view financial information. Okay, so we're going to click continue your business information. Let's get to know you and your particular business. So, we enjoy learning about your business. Please tell us about your business story. If you want to go ahead and click start, it's going to ask you things like you're doing business as, your business phone number, again, so that they have a way to be able to verify your business, get a hold of you in case they have any questions. Does the business engage in or is the business a barred category? Yes or no. Is this business a franchise? Yes or no. Is the applicant or any owner of the applicant presently suspended, debarred, proposed for debarment, declared ineligible, voluntarily excluded from the participation in the transaction, or presently involved in bankruptcy? No. Has the applicant received an SBA Economic Injury Disaster Loan between January 31st and April 3rd of 2020? No. Is the applicant or any individual owning 20% or more of the equity of the applicant subject to an indictment? No. Within the last 5 years, for any felony, has the applicant been convicted, pleaded guilty, pleaded nolo contendere, or been placed on a pretrial diversion? We're going to go ahead and click no. Next, we're going to click continue to step 2 of 3. After that, if you'd like to be able to enter in and describe the history of your business, what products do you sell, what services does it provide, go ahead and enter that something directly in here. Started in 2012. We're going to call ourselves a one-stop shop marketing, a one-stop shop small business commerce platform. Once you've entered that into the best of your ability, go ahead and click away from it. It'll say continue to step 3 of 3, and it'll give you some more information about the purpose of your loan. What you're going to do is you're going to click everything that's applicable that you're going to be using this loan for. Employee salaries, rent, utilities, operations expenditures, property damage, etc. In my case, I'm only going to click salaries, but please click everything that's applicable to you in your business and press continue. Now, we're almost there. So, we filled out all of our information about our business. Now we're going to go ahead and find out our information about us as the owner. So, it's going to ask you for your mobile phone number, an email address that they can reach you at, your experience, and so that's going to be things like your job title right now. We're going to go ahead and we're going to click owner president, not including the business applying for this loan. Do you own 50% or more in another business? Yes or no. Make sure you fill that out to the best of your ability and click continue to step 2 of 2. After that, we're going to enter in just a little bit more. So demographics, what is your ethnicity? Go ahead and click the correct answer. Are you a veteran? Yes, no, disabled veteran, spouse of a veteran, etc. What race do you identify as? What is your gender? And then go ahead and press continue once you filled out all of those boxes to the best of your ability. Now it says, thank you so much for telling us about your business. Next, we need a final few details regarding your loan. Now we're going to go to closing. It's just going to ask us for a couple more pieces of information. So just like the last couple of portals, you can see up here, there's the business information, and down here, this is our information as the owner. Let's go ahead and click continue. From there, it's going to ask us for some basic business details. Things like, what is the mailing address for this particular business? Go ahead and make sure that you select your business from the drop-down. Next, it's going to ask for your employer identification number. As always, any and all information I show you guys in videos just like these is 100% falsified. It's to make it a little bit easier for us to, make it as close to your experience as possible. After that, it's going to ask us for some SBA required questions. So first, are the products and services of the business available to the general public? Go ahead and click yes or no. How many jobs will be created as a result of this loan? Go ahead and enter in that number. How many jobs will be retained as a result of this loan that would have been lost otherwise? Go ahead and enter that number as well. Has the applicant, any owner of the applicant, or any business owned or controlled by any of them ever obtained a direct or guaranteed loan from the SBA or any other federal agency that is currently delinquent or has defaulted in the last 7 years and caused a loss to the government? Yes or no? Is the United States the principal place of residence for all employees included in the applicant's payroll calculations? Yes or no? Is the principal of the business or the business applicant a customer of one of the following banks? Please select all that apply. So that could be Cadence Bank, Center State, Tab, Customers Bank, etc. If you're a customer of any of the following, please go ahead and select this from the drop-down. In my particular case, it's none of the above. After that, it's going to ask us for your business checking account details. So things like your bank name, your routing number, and your account number. After you've entered in all this information to the best of your ability, go ahead and click Save and Continue. After that, it's going to ask you to wrap up the final details of your loan. We've gone ahead. You can see that there's a bright green check next to the top one. Let's go ahead and click on our name below. It's going to ask us for some personal information. So these will be like your personal identification information. So this will be your driver's license or your passport. You can click either one of those. You're going to select the state if you're using your driver's license, as I am in this particular example. Go ahead. I'm going to click California. We're going to enter in our driver's license number. And then your expiration date. Once you've entered all that information, it's going to take you to a page that looks just like mine that says you're almost done. We just need your authorization. And it states, by checking this box, the borrower or authorized representative certifies that the applicant was in operation on February 15, 2020, has not permanently closed, and was either an eligible self-employed individual, independent contractor, sole proprietorship with no employees, or had employees for whom it paid salaries and payroll taxes, or paid independent contractors as reported on Forms 1099 MISC. The current economic uncertainty makes this loan request necessary to support the ongoing operations of the applicant. The applicant has not and will not receive another loan under the Paycheck Protection Program. The applicant has not and will not receive a shuttered venue operator grant from the SBA. The president, vice president, head of an executive department, or member of Congress, or the spouse of such person as determined under applicable common law, does not indirectly or directly hold a controlling interest in the applicant. You further certified that the information provided in this application and the information provided in all supporting documents and all forms is true and accurate in all material respects, and you acknowledge that the lender will confirm the eligible loan amount using the required documents submitted. After you've gone ahead and you've read through all of those, go ahead and click Save and Continue. After that, it'll say, please provide some supporting documents. Again, just like every other portal, we have one for the business and we have one for us as a person. We're going to go ahead and click Continue. Next, it's going to have us confirm a couple of things. So first, you'll see your 2019 tax documents up here at the top. This is where our form 1120S from the previous page ended up being. As you can see, it's actually right there off to the side. If you have a different piece of information that you would like to upload, go ahead and click Upload right here. This is also where you would put things like your Schedule F or your Schedule C. Underneath that is your supporting tax documents. So that will be where your IRS 941s live, your 944, your 1096, etc. Any of those particular supporting tax documentation. As you can see, we can verify that right here from the previous page. Q1, 2, 3, and 4. Last but not least, it has our business funding. The last thing it's going to have us do is confirm our business was in operation as of February 15th of 2020. So it's going to have us upload some kind of piece of documentation that states that. That could be a bankroll statement, that could be a payroll statement, bank statement, or any kind of similar documentation that shows that we were in business and operating on February 15th of 2020. So we're going to go ahead and click right here where it says click to browse for a document. I'm going to go to my documents. I'm actually going to use a bank statement for this particular example. So I have them in my bank statements folder. There's my bank statement from 2020. We're going to go ahead and click open. Give it a couple of seconds, and we're going to click save and continue. After that, it states thanks for providing all the required documents. Everything's been filled out. Next, you're going to click track my loan. This is anything and everything here. So you've got your finalization, you've got your SmartBiz review, bank review, and funding. Now you're actually done for right now. This is anything and everything right here directly on your application that you needed to fill out for right now. At this point in time, what's going to happen is you're going to receive additional information directly from the lender itself to make things as quick and easy as possible in case they have any questions about the information that you did enter. But as always, if you have any questions or if you run into any snags, you can always reach out to us directly. Thank you so much.